Gotta go? I want to show you something before you go. What you keeping next week? What you keeping next week, sis? Keeping what holiday?
It'll be Thanksgiving.
Okay, you keeping Thanksgiving? You keeping Thanksgiving, my brother?
Yeah.
Why? Why y'all do that? Why y'all celebrate these days? Give me Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Is it 2 and 8? Why we celebrate these days? Why, sis? Why you keep that? Who taught you that? Yeah, who taught us that, though? Because we was in slavery, right? Who taught us that? The so-called white man taught us that. Listen to this, read.
The book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Read. Beware, lest any man spoil you.
God said, beware, beware, lest any man spoil you, mean defile you, read.
Through philosophy and vain deceit.
That's a philosophy, vain deceit. It ain't got nothing to do with God. Read on.
After the tradition of men.
That's a tradition of man.
Right.
God didn't set that in place. Matter of fact, when you celebrate Thanksgiving, you celebrating the murder of the Native American Indians, okay, which is the tribe of Gad over here. The tribe of Gad was the Native American Indians. And who killed them? Like, they occupied all these land right here. Why you don't see them no more? They killed them, right? So when you celebrate that, guess what you celebrate? The murder of millions and millions of the Native American Indians.
Right.
Read it again.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Read. After the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
This ain't after Christ. Christ didn't ordain no Thanksgiving. Okay, that's the rudiments of the world. So when you bow your head, sis, God ain't gonna hear you. Give me Isaiah chapter 1 verse 14. God ain't hearing you. If you sit at that table next week, okay, and you bow your head, because that's what we do, right? Yeah. We want to say grace and all that. God ain't hearing you.
Right.
Read on.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 14. Read. Your new moon and your appointed feast, my soul hated.
That's a feast that God hates. Thanksgiving is a feast that God hates. He ain't gonna hear you. Read on. Listen to this.
They are a trouble unto me.
He said they are trouble unto me. Thanksgiving is a trouble unto God. He don't like it. My man, Pops. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving, bro. You celebrating the murder of the Native American Indians.
Right.
Over 77 million of them was living right here in this area. And you don't see them no more.
Right.
Because they were put to death by the so-called white man. Okay, read on.
I am weary to bear them.
When you say you weary, you mean you sick of them. When he see us keeping these wicked holidays, God say he's sick of that stuff. Read on.
And when you spread forth your hands.
And when you spread forth your hands to pray to the Lord, and when they get ready to eat that, when they get ready to eat them chitlins, when they get ready to eat them chitlins next week, they get ready to eat that honey baked ham, which is evil. Chitlins is evil, ham evil. And they buying it right over here at Rogers. They buying it right over here. Rogers for to sell out of hams. But it's evil. It's wicked. Okay. What did he say?
And when you spread forth your hands, I will hide my eyes from you.
You see what God said? He gonna hide. He ain't hearing you. He ain't finna smell of your turkeys, your ham, all that is evil. Give me that John Amos 5. Amos 5, I think it's 23, or is it 21? God said he hate Thanksgiving. So what's up? You gonna keep Thanksgiving serious? You gonna celebrate the murder? You know that the turkey represents the Native American body, the tribe of Gad. They represents the body, and the cranberry juice represents the blood, and the stuffing, the dressing represents the guts. They did that. Now you got to be an evil. Yeah. Okay. Yo, old man. Oh.
You know my husband, yeah.
He's not your husband, sis. Now my man just told you about that, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so what you gotta do to get right with the Lord? You gotta get a marriage. You gotta get paper, sis. You know, you gotta get paper. That's some evil stuff right there. That's some evil stuff. Matter of fact, read that. I'm gonna show you now. You tell him this. Don't be celebrating Thanksgiving. First of all, get a marriage certificate.
Right.
Okay, because that's what God said. He said you're gonna be judged if you ain't got one. Okay, you ain't dealing with no man, sis.
I'm married to my husband.
He incarcerated? Okay. How, when is he getting out? Helmer? Okay, all right. Read that.
Amos chapter 5 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
See what God said? He said he hate those feast days. If you got a feast day that's not of the Lord, now do you keep any God feast days though? God got days to keep that you're supposed to make a feast. Like the Sabbath.
Right.
Sabbath is a feast day.
Right.
The new moon. You ever heard of the new moon? God, you can keep those days. You can make a feast on those days. The feast of Passover. Okay? But our people don't keep God Day. They keep the white man days. Thanksgiving. Celebrating a murder. They won the victory. They killed the Native Americans. And they celebrate them by making a table, okay, of food. Read on. Read it again.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
So he ain't smelling that stuff. When they say, oh, it smells good up in here, God hate that. Because, you know, we go to folks' house for Thanksgiving, oh, it so smells good up in here. God hate that smell.
Right.
He said he ain't going to smell it. Read on. What about the music? Read on.
Go ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings.
So you praying to God. You praying to the Lord. Lord, I want to bless this food, Lord. Bless the turkey, Lord. God said, I hate that garbage. Okay? We can't do that no more. Read on.
I will not accept them.
He said he ain't going to accept your prayers. You praying to God to bless your food and all that. God ain't hearing that garbage. Verse 23. Read.
Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy song.
You hear that? God said take away from them the noise of them songs that they playing. Because you know, our people celebrate what else after Thanksgiving? What kind of music they got? They got all that Christmas music, right? God said he hate that stuff. They be singing jingle bells, silver bells. Y'all know that God is against that garbage? Give me that in Jeremiah chapter 10. Matter of fact, when the pastors teach you to celebrate Christmas, that's the so-called white man mocking God. I'm going to show you. He mocked God, and we so ignorant, we don't even know it. Look at this, Jeremiah chapter 10.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So God's speaking to these people, the house of Israel. Today, they're the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They us. You know.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
God said don't learn the way of the other people, the heathen. Don't learn their ways. Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people.
Now you're going to talk about the customs of the people. What customs? Like traditions and stuff. God said the customs of these people. He said don't learn their ways, right?
Hey, Shalom, Israel, Most High Christ bless. Officer Benaiah, IUIC Tupelo, Mississippi camp. Make sure you subscribe to IUIC Tupelo's YouTube page. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. And all the rest of our social media. Hey, Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.